points. It means I got a bloody date. Bucket?
Oh.
Obviously. So after my cleaning attack, I don't know if you can see how bad it is. Look how dirty the floor is. I need a woman, not a little gay boy. So I've just dropped him off. It's quite an experience. Oh man, that's so sad. Oh my god, you're not coming towards me. Oh, little baby mouse, man. Oh, obviously lost. So I'm taking my trash out, but it wasn't under a trash, it was just sat by the wall, just sat. Like, obviously petrified. I was going to say I better not open my door because the cats will get it, but it's going to get got no matter what. Oh, that's really sad, man. Little baby mouse just giving up on life. Sucks a bye. I just put this in bin. Okun.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So we're keeping the Kmart food going. Trying to use the tits and belly because we are chatting to somebody very sexy. And there's a chance that I might meet up with said sexy person later on today. Not just for bumming. This is more than that. So it's ridiculous, obviously. All relationships are futile, but maybe, you know, I used to think that about friendship. And now there's this guy in my life. So maybe it's time to experience a bit of loving. Hey Lee, how's it going, man? You're going out to do jobs and then we're doing OBS. Great. We've been texting, that wasn't a command, that was reiterating what we just said to each other. Alright, back in the laundry room, I'll get me washing out, but no, I'm not going to film it, don't worry. Me funny. That's going to send the plebs wild. You're disgusting. Oh my god. You sex pervert. Because they've got no perspective any deeper than their own, and their own perspective is very shallow. So what they fail to even consider, so they live in duality, they actually live in second dimension. They can't even see the other possibility. Third dimension is when is what most people are in, where you can see the other possibility, i.e. there's left and right and I like right. But these people can't even see the other possibilities. Let me break it down for them. There's a possibility. Not that you could ever be a YouTuber, of course, you're a fucking spack. So these are to the people that are getting triggered by that. But there is another perspective out there, and that's one that's held by a YouTuber, and the reality of being a YouTuber, and the struggle for content when you're just sat in your apartment masturbating and smoking all day, and playing with pussy. So, and of course creating fantastic videos for the pleboriate. So, of course, if I wasn't filming, I wouldn't even notice those pants. But because I've been a YouTuber for 2 years now, my mind is set up to find content, and that was great content, that was really funny. That's going to get a load of plebs commenting and their rage and their projections and their self-hatred projected onto me. So that's going to get the comment section going. It's also for the cool people that actually matter, it's just really funny, and they're obviously the ones I'm aiming this at. People who have a sense of humour, people who aren't so repressed and so in self-hatred that they're just looking for things to hate on, and they can watch a beautiful video that's really entertaining and just a guy showing his life, a guy that they seem to project this assumption that I think I'm perfect or I should be perfect, and therefore they need to point out every mistake. No, I'm showing the journey of somebody that's been lied to all their life, being a victim of non-stop psyops, is now had to flee his country as a refugee, and is learning how to, you know, you could just say be an adult, but also, you know, I'm on the journey of waking up. Some call it the journey of enlightenment. The problem with calling that journey is the people of shallow perspective who don't understand that it's a journey. If you even use that word, they project perfection upon you, or the expectation of perfection, and therefore they can knock you off a pedestal and they can dismiss this enlightenment concept, they can dismiss this wisdom concept, they can dismiss even the notion of improving themselves because they don't know how to do it, and they don't even have any desire to do it because they're so scared of themselves, they're so scared of feeling themselves. Anyway, let's go and eat some Khmer, no, I can't say it, Khmer, K-H-M-E-R, food. Alright, yeah, the dating thing as a YouTuber, that's an interesting one. So I've made the big mistake of ego. He asked me what I do, so obviously I told him the truth. And then obviously he's going to say, what are your channels? He's going to be watching this. So, can I be honest? well, I have to be honest, because that's just how I operate. I can't do anything else. But there has to be a level of appreciating, because I've never dated as a YouTuber, I don't think. No, definitely not dated for years. So there has to be a reality that if one is to date and if one is serious about somebody, it's probably best if they don't know about your YouTube where you're going to talk about them. Because let's be honest, he's not going to be conscious, he's very pretty. So there's that. This might be a learning. I might lose a connection that would have served me over my YouTube, and then obviously having experienced that, I'll be able to control myself enough next time somebody asks me what I do, I'll just say I'm an investor or something like that. Pretend I'm a successful person and not some grifter on the internet milking his audience. Ooh, come and do a live stream with me so I can milk you. Milky, big juicy cheese. Not true, I don't see it that way. I'm serving people and they're honouring me. But obviously the plebs need to have their stories. So milky, milk, squirt, Sophie, squirt, hole, squirt. Oh no, we don't talk about Sophie anymore. Fried noodle! Fried wello noodle with beef. £3, and it's brought this one out of bed. Meow! Hey CC7, what could you possibly want? I'm delighted to say the cats are now using the cat litter tray since I put a plastic bag in the plant part. Well done CT7, that's the third poo that the ring has received today.
So you fucked everything up and forgotten what to do about everything?
Well, I don't think I fucked anything up.
Am I somewhere close?
Yeah. So basically, mate, it's the same thing. I go onto the live stream and I press make OBS camera, I forget what it's called, start virtual studio or something. And then when I go on StreamYard, I press add to stage and it's black. Bloody hell, I'm gonna have to make me bed. So you know what that means. It means I've got a bloody date. Alright, the shag pad needs a bit of work. I'm gonna have to go downstairs and ask to borrow their mop. Because obviously this is completely transactional. I'm 41 and fat, he's 21 and gorgeous, so this has to be a very impressive space if the end is gonna go in the hole. No, that doesn't mean I'm paying him. It's just me acknowledging the nature of relationships, particularly in Asia. So it's no different, like in all relationships are transactional. Of course, when you meet somebody, you're assessing what they can give you and what you can give them. And then you're trying to change them and all the crazy shit that relationships are. What I like about Asia, just like everything else, it's all on the surface. Like it is very clearly transactional out here. But there's none of the masks around with transactions. It's transactional in the UK as well. It just might not be literally like, oh, I'll give you this much a week. I can see why Westerners project onto relationships out here, but actually if they looked at their own state of relationships, they would realise that they're just as transactional, but with way more deceit. Goodbye. You have mop that I can borrow for 5 minutes? Oh, thank you so much. Oh, great. Lee talks about borrowing their mop, and we saw the demon using it yesterday. Sorry?
Let me hear.
Okay, yeah. We saw the demon using it, so we know how to use it. I mean, oh wow, they've got games. Have they got any good ones? No. God, this place is so nice. Look at the quality of this table. So yeah, I think I can even use it now. Although, you know, that was obvious, and I've tried doing that before. Obviously it goes in and it swizzles around, but for some reason it doesn't swizzle when I do it. That's it, and the bucket?
Oh.
Obviously. What does he think I'm going to do with a fucking mop? Without the bucket? I mean, maybe he thinks I've just got like a little spillage just to mop up or something. But even then he'd want the bucket, but no, like obviously I want the bucket. Oh, ickle bickle baby lizard on the wall. I'm down here, dude. I've got a date. A date with a 21-year-old. Sexy as hell, man. So that's happening in about half an hour. So I'm just here to get the mop to mop the shag pad. Hello. Perfecto. Oh, cool.
Give it back.
Of course, 10 minutes, 20 minutes tops.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Stand by here.
I bring it back down to you. Yeah, thank you. White vinegar, in it goes. Oh, that's going to make the fat smell lovely, isn't it? Yeah, same story as whenever I try to use one of these. The demon makes it look so easy, but this is my experience of mops in Asia. Retarded. I can't do this. I can't clean. I actually can't do it. I'm just spreading dirt around. I don't get it. I don't get how women do this. It's so confusing. But if you can see, like I'm just spreading dirt around. I'm not cleaning anything. I'm useless. Yeah, fuck that. That's a woman's job. I'm just making it worse. I can't do that shit. Women are needed. So yeah, I'm just gonna rely on the 8 inches, the dazzling good looks, the YouTuber aspect, the money-ish. 8 inches. We'll rely on the 8 inches. So this is where it begins, right? So basically, every guy you message on the particular app that I use, Grindr, just goes straight to money. You know, it's totally transactional. This is the first hot one that is actually interested in going on a date, and then he's just put, can you? So please, can you take tuk-tuk for me because I don't have a motorcycle? So I think he's suggesting that I pick him up in a tuk-tuk. So I thought, okay, well this is where it starts, you know, we're like basically asking for a bit of money. But it's, you know, it's like a guy taking a girl on a date in the UK. Like, of course you'd pay for a taxi. Back in the day, before like women became men. But then I said, well, I'll pick you up on my bike, and he's like, yeah, cool. So the signs are all good so far, but you know, obviously that is how this is going to work. He's going to bring his beauty, and I'm going to bring my money and my 8 inches, and my amazing apartment. And of course, wisdom, depth, honouring, all that sort of thing. But that, you know, that's after this phase. But then the fact he asked for a tuk-tuk, like, I mean, he's special. I wouldn't be going on a date with him if he wasn't special. So, but like, get on a fucking bike, bitch. Like, why do you need a tuk-tuk? These prima donna pretty boys. So after my cleaning I don't know if you can see how bad it is. Look how dirty the floor is. I need a woman, not a little gay boy. Fuck me. Look what's about to happen. Now, it does say it's natural. My mother gave me this because she lives in the minds of others and thinks that smelling is a problem. Now, I do appreciate if you're going on a date, you need to trick them into thinking you're a respectable member of society that washes themselves before you show them the 8 inches and they fall in love with you. And your humour and all of that. So it's called Salt of the Earth. But then it's got a massive ingredients list, none of which make any sense and aren't natural, so that makes no sense. But for the first time in 4 years, I'm going to put some liquids that smell nice for retards onto my armpits, onto my glands. What a stupid thing to do, but I'm going to do it because he's really hot. So that's like the first time in 5 years I've probably used deodorant, so you can tell I'm a bit serious. I can't believe I'm doing this is mental. So I haven't been on a date in years. Like, I've been single for 3 years. I met my ex, we lived in the same community together. I can't even remember, it could be like 10 years since I've been on a date, honestly. Like, certainly 7 or 8, this is crazy. And like, it's just crazy. I never thought I'd do this again. I can't believe I'm doing it, it's just really hot. Like, it is actually about to rain really heavily. So I'll message him and say, but he's not going to mind because he's going to be in a tuk-tuk. I'm one on a fucking bike. So it's probably just escapism. Like, I don't know, like, I'm open to love. Lol. You know, I'm open to companionship and a sexy 21-year-old to have sex with who's... Right, so it's not just that he's sexy. That is obviously a big thing. But he called me out on my lie on Grindr. I lie about my age on Grindr so I can shag 6-pack twinks. And he was like, are you really 28? How bad's that? 28. I was like, no, I'm 41. And he was like, why are you lying? And like, really was quite keen on it, which made me really like him because he's like, he's about honesty. He seems like he's quite interesting, but you know, how interesting can a 21-year-old Asian be to a 41-year-old Englishman, other than, you know, 6-pack? We'll see, we'll find out. I'm not going to film it, but I'll tell you afterwards how it goes. I'm late, I need to go. The things I'll do for a skinny waist and a 6-pack. My goodness, driving in the rain. How is this happening? I'm wearing deodorant, what the hell? Can't find my date. I can't find the location. There's a really posh hotel there and I think that's it. But it was called the Flock Cafe, and when I pulled up there were 2 like security guards in very posh suits. And they didn't look very impressed to see me on the £50 scooter. And I said, is this Flock Cafe? And they said, no, it's the Glass House. But I'm sure that's it. So now I'm a bit flummoxed and scared of those security guards. I've just texted him to ask him if he's found it and where it is. But yeah, so far it's not going very well and I'm very wet. Not the good kind, ladies. This is it. Okay, it wasn't that last place. This isn't as nice as the last place. It still looks quite nice. There we go, the Flock Cafe. Wow, it's very nice, but it's a... Where is cafe? Flock Cafe? Flock Cafe this way, okay, thank you. Welcome to the Flock Cafe. I was late, but my date is even later. So that's a relief. And now I can get this wet top off and try and make myself look so sort of presentable. Is this how you normally do it? Anyway, this is great service. Yes, you can be on the camera. I want you on the camera. Tell me about your amazing cafe.
So first and foremost, this is going to be the menu.
Wow. So these are all dollars.
Yes.
Very nice.
And then we have the menu for the drinks as well.
Fantastic.
Today we have a special promotion. If you order any of our food, we give you a free drink of your choice, soft drink, fresh juice.
Fantastic. Thanks for your help.
Sometime in alphabetical.
Cheers. So as you can see, if you want to escape the West and you have money, you can live like a Westerner in Siem, no problem. I might start doing more of this, but to be honest, with my apartment being so lovely, I just don't really feel the need. But I guess if I was in a relationship, I'd start doing a lot more of this. Because what the hell do you talk about when you've known someone for a few months? Like, you have to start doing stuff like this because you don't really have anything left to say to each other. You just want the sex. No, you want the companionship. But you have to do stuff like this to keep a relationship going, I think. So bad. He just said, "Are you there?" Well, obviously he was questioning me not being here, but let's me set a bit out. I've just put, yes, it's very nice. Okay, I'll be there in 10 minutes. I'm booking it now. As if he's waited for me to get here, as if he didn't trust me so much. I mean, to be fair, I imagine, because he's gorgeous. He's going to get so many messages from so many people, and he probably does get messed around a lot, and, people desperate to meet him, but then they chicken out at the last minute. So, yeah. And he can do what he wants, man. He's like a beautiful 21-year-old Asian, like... Of course, he has all the power, right? So of course he's going to turn up in 10 minutes, and of course this fucking fat schmoo is going to sit here hoping to get to lick his six-pack in an hour's time if I speak to him nice enough. Gosh, it is hard to spend £2 on a soda when I can make my own at home for 30 pence. No, I haven't actually made one yet. I just realised today, like 2 days ago, and I was banging on about those sodas and how much I want one in my life, and I haven't made one. They're definitely an evening drink, but I'm going to experience the soda here today for £2. The sort of thing I'm going to struggle with though is he's like, oh no, it's okay, you don't need to pick me up, I'll get a tuk-tuk. But then who's paying for the tuk-tuk? Well, I'd rather pick you up. But from his point of view, I think he thinks that he's making it easier, but then I've got to pay for the tuk-tuk, so obviously I'd rather just pick you up on my bike. And then there's stuff I mean, it's not even that expensive. Like the food here is... It's like $10, $10 a meal. But you can get it for $2, and okay, it's not going to be as good, but I'm very open to, basically paying to have a boyfriend. I'm very open to having a relationship in Asia because, that's how it would look. And I'm not far off, say my YouTube grew a bit more, I'm not far off coming here 3 times a week and paying for his food and having no problem with it, but I'm not quite there. So this is quite a big leaning in for me, quite a big how much do I want to dabble in the normie world and do the normie thing and, have all the costs attached to that, just so I can get a bit of fucking haul. But that's not really it, it's actually I want companionship, and I don't know if that's really possible with a 21-year-old Asian. I would imagine not, but really all she needs to be is beautiful, honest, self-aware to a point, but I don't even really need that. But can just hold himself to some point, I don't even know. I don't know why I'm here. I don't know what I'm doing. This is ridiculous. This is co-addiction playing out. Oh my god, what am I doing? This is crazy. If you can see, but it's proper raining now. It's like proper storm, so I don't know how he's going to get on with that. I mean, he's in a tuk-tuk, so he should be alright, but how is his pretty little self going to get from there to here? Here is my Khmer. How good is this man? He even waits because he doesn't want to get in the camera, but he doesn't realise he is the content. Khmer, he's taught me how to say the word, so Khmer iced white latte. Thank you, sir. Okay, that's really good. Maybe there is a point to come out and spend £2 on a coffee every now and again. That's way better than what I do at home. That's really good coffee. Wow. He's coming. So So it took him 6 minutes to respond, so he was obviously thinking about it. I put "you not come?" question mark, and he put "I come." Oh, giggity. Gonna get it hard on him a cafe. Oh wow, look at this. You know it's a posh establishment when they're selling the Cubans. It was very nice, thank you. Akun. Good. So I've just dropped him off. It's quite an experience. I really like him. He's a really sweet guy with a beautiful nature. He's very honest and he appreciates nature. He's very gay, like very, very, very feminine. And in the past I would have shamed that. I would have been embarrassed by that because it would have been too gay for me. So there's some leaning in to be done. Like I can feel the part of me that's like, whoa, can I really date someone that, you know, wears women's shoes and makeup? Very off-putting, but also like, where does that come from? I think that comes from shame around my sexuality. Interesting. He's I'm captivated. You know, I am captivated by him or her. Him. We're seeing each other again tomorrow. We're going to meet up for sunset. I really like how much he honors himself and respects himself. You know, he's basically every attractive gay guy out here is a rent boy. Every single one. He's not. And he has no money. So for him to not be selling his ass in his situation is quite remarkable actually out here. It would even be quite remarkable in the gay world in England, but out here it's like unheard of. So that says a lot about him. Yeah, I you know, I'm just gonna go with it and see what happens. You know, so far so good. It went really well. There's some apprehension in there because I don't want to mess him about. Because I know how much it means to him to yeah, I don't want to say too much. I don't want to share his stuff, but you know, it'd be very, I could see a scenario quite easily where I break his heart. I.e., I let him think there's more going on than I can actually offer, which I don't know right now. You know, I don't know what I can offer, if I can offer anything. And I don't want to lead him on just to have sex with him, basically. So, you know, it's quite a big one for me in terms of morality. Like, obviously I want to have sex with him. But I don't want to do that to him unless I am in it for the longer term as one can be, you know, because obviously you never know. So yeah, I really need to watch that and make sure I only do the deed with him if I am, you know, like falling for him. Yeah, that's my thoughts right now. I'm pretty sure that'll be the end of the video. There might be a bit of cat stuff, but yeah, thanks for watching. Click some buttons. I'll let you know how the sunset date goes tomorrow if you subscribe.
Left the grey skies of the UK behind, chasing truth, not likes, not trying to rewind. Landed in Mexico, soul on fire. South America's calling, I climb higher. Big love to the ones who ride with me. No mask, no filters, just honesty. Will I make it as a dreamer on the stream, telling it all, the mess and the gleam. Digital nomad with a Red Bull's tone, speak my mind even when I stand alone. No holds barred, just me on display, sharing the raw of every day. Not chasing fame, just truth on the go. From Wi-Fi cafes to mountain roads. If I rise or fall, I'll still be me, an open book on this odyssey. Big love to the ones who ride with me. No nights, no filters, just honesty. Will I make it as a dreamer on the stream, telling it all, the mess and the gleam? Did you know that with the rebel's tone, speak my mind even when I stand alone? No holds barred, just me on display, sharing the raw of every day. Not chasing fame, just truth on the go. From Wi-Fi cafes to mountain roads, if I rise or fall, I'll still be me, an open book on this odyssey. Not chasing fame, just truth on the go. From Wi-Fi cafes to mountain roads, if I rise or fall, I'll still be me, an open book on this odyssey. From Mexico dust to Andes breeze, I share my soul, I chase my peace. No going back, no scripted scene, just real life dreams on a glowing screen.